Aquarius, and welcome to the tarot card section of your reading. I'm Mary Trimble, your astrologer and tarot card reader, here with your reading for January. Oh my God. January the 13th through January the 19th. Oh my God, I am going nuts. Okay, I want to have the chart up here so I know what's going on. We have a crazy week celestially. Listen, guys, I hope that you will stay to listen to the astrology report after this, because it's very informative and it's going to tell you all the ups and downs we will be going through next week, or this week, because I'm actually recording this on Saturday. I'm able to get this out a bit early. I'm so happy. Okay, I'm working like a dog, baby. Okay, this is for Aries. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Aries for the week of January the 13th through the 19th, 2020? Three cards for Aries, my lovely Aries. Three cards for Aries. Oh, I just did your yearly report. Wrote it last night. Haven't recorded it yet, but I wrote it. There's one. I need to turn my computer off here. Two more cards. There's two. One more card for Aries. There's the other card. Lovely. Oh, very nice. Let's go to your clarifying cards, shall we? So these are clarifying cards for Aries. I tried to do it on the screen, but you're too high up. I can't put my arms right up there. Okay, one last. I've already meditated on these. This is for Aries, Aries, Aries. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Aries through these clarifying cards for the week of January the 13th through the 19th, 2020. Please clarify. Oh, there you go. Please clarify. Oh, wow, they are coming out fast and furious. And please clarify. Very nice. Okay. I'm using transition stones, because crystals, because we are transitioning this year. Big time. Here are your cards, Aries. The first card out for you is the Four of Pentacles, clarified by the Five of Swords. Then we have the Nine of Cups, clarified by the Page of Swords. We have the Lover's card, clarified by the Four of Wands. Aries. Okay, so the first card out for you, Aries, is the Four of Pentacles. This is about holding on to something. It's almost like you're not letting go of something. You've got this idea and you will not let it go. And it can also be, oh yeah, I'm looking down at your card. This can be holding on to, this can be, look, this is the whole miscommunication. This is about taking things personally. It's about holding on to that hurt and pain. Sometimes it's holding on financially, but I'm really getting that this is emotional. I'm getting that you are holding on to some kind of, somebody's hurt you, and you're holding on to it. And you can't release it. But by doing that, you're blocking the energy. You know, you have to think about the intention behind what somebody says. If you know them, when you know their general energy. Look, we all have dark side. There's not one person out there that doesn't have a dark side. You know, show me one. That's a miracle. You know, Jesus Christ had a dark side. Everybody had a dark side. Shadow side, I'd like to say, you know, because we are yin yang, we are giving and receiving, we are we do, there's light and dark there. It's a balance of those energies, right? We don't want our shadow side to take over. So we also have to be able to release it. We have to release it. And so this is you not releasing it. And by not releasing it, you're cutting yourself off. And I say that because clarifying it is the Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords is, look, this is about winning an argument no matter what, right? And sometimes this is about being, not sometimes, usually this is about insulting someone or being condescending or having an offensive tone. And it's like kicking someone when they're down. It's humiliating them. It's like talking to them in a condescending manner. Or this happens in lovers all the time. I mean, it's so easy to go there. Love, and I want to sing that song, there's a thin line between love and hate. And there is, right? Because I think you can't really hate someone unless you love them. I mean, you know that's debatable. I'm not going to go there. But, it's very easy to hate somebody you love because they kick up those emotions. Passion. There's a two-edged sword to passion, right? Passion is, demonstrative, sensual, loving, deep. And it's also anger, frustration, lashing out, and that can be verbally too. And this is all about communication. So I'm getting the feeling that somebody said something that's offended you and you're not letting it go. And it could be in a relationship, it could be, family, it could be friends, it could be lovers, partners. But it's like, release this, because guess what? Or you could have been that to someone else. You could have been rude to someone else and you're not letting go of the indignance about it. But guess what? It's like he's kind of like, yes, I won that argument. I'm all that in a bag of chips. But there's stormy clouds above. So, and look, they're walking away totally broken emotionally, and he's left alone. He now has lost his comrades. He's not got friends. Yes, he has a moment of, yes, I won, victorious, but then ultimately he's left alone. And so you have to remember that, release. And if not for the other person, for yourself, release that, because it blocks you from other people, other energies coming in, because you're untrusting and you're in this, and that's not very attractive. It's not inviting, let's put it that way. So the next card out is the Nine of Cups, and that's wishes and dreams come true. And she is like, she's preparing a big meal, she's celebrating with her friends, she's very happy about what she has and where she's come from and what she's accomplished. She's feeling very affluent and generous. And she wants to celebrate because, it's not been an easy road getting there. Now, clarifying it is the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords, there are two, this is communication again, right? The pages are messengers. And sometimes a messenger can come in and bring in a message that isn't kind of wrapped in pretty bows. It's not presented perhaps in the right way. It's just like the truth. And there's, it may be a little abrasive. It may be just, said matter of factly, it's like, have you ever had somebody that's just given you kind of really terrible news, like boom, like that? And it's like, it's that kind of thing. It's very shocking. But what I will say about this also, look, this is going to be a tremendous opportunity for personal growth. And personal growth isn't without pain at times, right? But when you get to the other side and you have these epiphanies and you become mature, and I've been saying this for, last year was very difficult for Aries. And I've been saying this for a while, that Aries are maturing. They're coming into a new phase of their lives. Some of them, not all of them, obviously, but a majority of them are spiritually awakening and, becoming, evolving. I want to say they're evolving. They will continue that evolution throughout 2020. Some of you. So it is about self-control here. But this is also saying you are ready to go on to the next phase of your life, Aries. You are growing up. You are getting a thicker skin in terms of you don't have to take everything to your ego, to yourself. You don't have to do that. You have a choice. There's a choice. There's a choice there. It comes, there's a point where there's like, I don't have to take this personally. I can, move on from that. I mean, look, we all take things personally, we all do. We all do at times. How quickly do we recover from it, though? How quickly do we say, oh, look, I'm just taking this personally and I need to let it go? Like, I do that a lot. The next card out is the Lover's card, right? So this is a beautiful relationship. And this is also, this is the Two of Cups. It's not really the Lover's card, but I feel that this is kind of more of the Lover's card than the Lover's card at times, right? Sometimes the Lover's, well, I'm not going to go into that, but this is really about reflecting yourself in others. It's seeing the similarities in people, focusing on what is, what they have and what I have. It's not focusing on the difference. It's not being polarized. It's being inclusive. And we are moving into this Aquarian energy, right? So this is about being with like-minded people, with your tribe, with your lover, with your partner. This is, this is Mercury moving into Aquarius. This is beautiful. This is seeing yourself, reminding yourself that we are all one, and that every time somebody says something, put yourself in their shoes, right? What's their intention here? Do they really intend to hurt you? Do you really think that? 9 times out of 10, people are oblivious and are not intentionally hurting us. So we need to look at that. So, reflect yourself in someone else. Always put yourself in somebody else's shoes. And remember that oneness. And look, this is beautiful. This is celebrating. This is about celebrating with family and friends. This is Aquarian energy, darling. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. And it really is. And we are going to be in groups. We are going to be with like-minded people. We are going to be more equal, more yin and yang. We're going to honor the divine male and the divine female. We are going to be inclusive, no longer excluding. We're going to be all inclusive. We are moving into a new dawn of awakening. So it's exciting, Aries. Thank you. Now, let's go to your astrology report, shall we? Hello, and thank you for sticking around for the astrology report and to see what's happening in the celestial sky this week, the week of January the 13th through the 19th. And we start, let me put my glass on, I have to look at my notes. We start with Monday the 13th, the Sun conjuncts Pluto in Capricorn at 8:16 a.m. That's Eastern Standard Time, by the way, folks. Look, this is about personal power and the ability to influence others in a way that's beneficial to you. Now, this can lead to power struggles, however, and it really depends on where this conjunction lies in your chart. as to how it will play out in your life. For instance, Aries, it will happen in the 10th house, the house of career, of status, of how you're viewed in the public arena. This is about career and work, and so this will play out in that aspect. So there may be some kind of power dynamic going on at work for Aries. Now, where it lands in your chart depicts where it's going to happen for you, in which area. So this aspect will give you insights into your behavioral patterns, and you can address any kind of self-destructive behaviors. It's really about going deep and looking at your shadow side and the dark and more sinister side of life as a whole. This aspect as well can focus things like stalking and spying on your, co-workers, lovers, friends. Resist the urge. I say to my clients, don't look at their emails, don't look in their wallet. If you suspect your partner of cheating, then address them directly. Don't surreptitiously go around and spy on them. Respect their privacy. It's not okay to do that, and it doesn't feel good. And you probably find something. We can all find something. So don't look. I say that's dialing 1-800-PAIN. Don't do it. Now, this is also a fabulous opportunity to declutter, to clear out, debris and things that you no longer need. This is about streamlining in Capricorn. We need to economize. We need to look at, it'll help us actually look at our behaviors by, are these, look, this is what happened to me when I went into my closet. This was a couple of years ago. I looked at it and I was clearing it out, and there was tons of stuff with labels on. There were hundreds of pairs of shoes that I hadn't worn and I won't wear because there's great, they're like 6-inch heels or something. So it really made me look at that sickness. Are we over consuming? We have to kind of streamline, right? We need to streamline. We need to look at, only use things or keep things that we need, that not as opposed to what we want. What do we need as opposed to what we want? That's what we need to look at here. And this is a wonderful opportunity to do that. And it's also a good opportunity to see which relationships are working. We need to be in relationships or surrounded by people who will lift us up. If someone's putting you down, or you're in their company and you don't feel good about yourself, then let that relationship go. And it doesn't have to be a big dramatic, I'm never talking to you again. You can slowly, I always think of, that old movie with Dracula in, and he seems to just roll back. You can just roll back from your friends. I mean, this is a wonderful opportunity to do this. The thing is with, this is about change. There's no bones about it. It is about change, and there's nothing I can say that's going to change that. But what we can do is we can work with the energies that are available to us. We can ride the crest of the wave. Let's co-create and ride the crest of the wave. And that's how we can navigate through these difficult or, choppy waters, as we say. Now, look, on the same day, a bit later on, it's only like 2 hours later, exactly 2 hours later, the Sun conjunct Saturn. So this energy is all it's really the Sun conjuncting Saturn and Pluto, right? Conjunction, because they've just conjunct the day before, right? On Sunday. I'm actually recording this before that happens. So this is Saturday. I'm recording this, but so Saturn, the Saturn conjunction, this is a karmic conjunction. And look, this could bring great rewards for you, and success for those who've worked really hard and diligently throughout the past year. if you have let things go and not stood up to, not taking care of your responsibilities, that might come and slap you in the face and things could fall apart. That's why I said it's kind of karmic, right? So this can mean great success or overwhelming hardships. It really kind of depends on what you've been doing this last year. Now, this is also about playing by the rules. Saturn is, the lord of karma. He's like, government. He's the boss. He's the father figure. So the hierarchy, he's rules, regulations, structure. So you want to play by the rules. It's also going to kind of feel like you're taking one step forward and then two steps back. You feel like you're treading water and you can't get ahead. Now, don't get discouraged. Saturn slows us down, for a reason. It's sometimes to show us signposts for perhaps a better way round. It may take longer. It might be the scenic route. It might be a safer route that gets you there. Have you ever, some people, there's been a plane crash and some people said, I missed that plane. I was supposed to get on it and I didn't. And, that can be Saturn stopping you from getting on there. But it can also work the other way. You can make mistakes and you can have accidents as well. So you have to, during this time, don't do anything that's dangerous. Don't do anything that's risque. Be safe. Be safe. Now the sun wants to go, go, go. It's all energy. So and Saturn wants to go slow, slow, slow. Saturn wants everything done with expertise. You will need to practice patience and tolerance to navigate through this transit. So there's a lot going on, right? So now I haven't finished because that day, even a little bit later, like 3 hours later, Venus moves into Pisces. Now, whenever a planet moves into another sign, there's a huge shift in energy. And Venus is exalted in Pisces. She can really stretch her wings and she can really express herself in Pisces. So, we may be drawn to romance, love, passion, affection, we may be more demonstrative and feel attracted and want to be touchy-feely kind of things with people, or we want to receive, massages. It's a wonderful time to pamper yourself. Get a massage, get a foot massage, whatever it is. Do something that makes you feel pampered and beautiful. And it's also, this is a great placement, but it's also really good for finances. So honor the divine feminine within. And we so need that because we have all this yang energy, all this outward energy. So we need to kind of go in. We need to be receptive. We need to receive that love, darling. Give me your love. This is a harmonious flowing energy. It's good vibes all the way around. So now on Thursday, we'll jump forward to Thursday. And Thursday, January the 16th, Mercury, right, moves into Aquarius. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. I won't go on, don't go. I have been known to burst into song on occasion. A lot. Anyway, so this really is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. We are feeling that Aquarian energy. Mercury enjoys being in Aquarius because it gives Mercury the freedom to contemplate complex subjects with unusual insight. Now, under this influence, you can deliberate matters with an unconventional approach. It's kind of like thinking outside the box. You may find your focus directed towards humanitarianism, groups and community and your tribe, like-minded people. That's what's going to really kind of make you feel fulfilled. And that's very Aquarian, right? That's Aquarian in nature. It's a good time to volunteer or join a group. And having said that, I have a Facebook group. It is Live in the Solution Astrology. And we have so much fun there. And it's so beautiful. It's a private group. You have to ask for to join, and the link to that will be in the description box below. And it's such a lovely community. It's so positive and uplifting. And every 2 weeks I do a live stream just in that group. And I look at either the full moon or the new moon, and whomever attends, I go through their chart, not their personal chart, but their horoscope, their sign, and we look at how the sign is going to receive the energy from either the full moon or the new moon. And then I also have my tarot cards on hand and answer questions there. We have a really good time there. So that's lovely. Come and join what a perfect time to join. To join the group. How amazing is that? It's like connect with the collective and feel love and feel that unity. Well, it's about getting back to oneness, isn't it? Reminding us that we are all one. Now, on Saturday, January the 18th, Mercury squares Uranus. Now, Uranus rules Aquarius. Now, Mercury is in Aquarius, and it is going to square Aquarius's ruler, which happens to be in Taurus. So this is a square going on. And look, this can be shocking news or information that could affect your daily routines. You just may have to spring into action at the click of a finger. It can be exciting for some and disconcerting for others. It just depends on what's going on with your own chart. With this transit, miscommunication can occur. So we have to make sure that you are not sending a text or an email to the wrong person. I've done that so many times. Really, really kind of pay attention to that. Really pay attention to details. Whatever you say can be misconstrued. People can take things personally, and vice versa. You can take things personally when somebody says something, and that might not be the intent, but that is the general kind of energy going forward. So, look, as a result of that, it's really prudent to avoid kind of important meetings like interviews or something like that during this transit, because things may be taken out of context. So you don't want to, you don't want to push the envelope there. On the upside, you could get brilliant ideas coming to you out of nowhere. Have a pen and paper handy at all times so you can write them down, because they'll be coming fast and furious and they could just disappear. Now, I do want to mention Aquarian energy because Uranus, because Uranus rules Aquarius. It's very innovative. So we do get these incredible ideas, and we're already seeing it playing out in the world. We are coming up with these incredible inventions, innovative ideas, and travel. I just saw, look, I didn't read the article, I'm going to confess, but I did see the headlines of a plane that can get from New York to London in just over an hour. Darling, it will arrive 4 hours before it left. Because of the time frame. I mean, fabulous, incredible things like that. The downside of this can be that the technology can disengage us personally. So it can be like you can experience virtual reality. You can experience nature and other beautiful things through virtual reality, right? But we really need to connect with nature physically. It's very important for us to, go barefoot in the soil, feel, Mother Earth and Gaia, so that we can heal the earth and the earth can heal us. So there's that danger of being detached through technology. So we have to be aware of that. Technology is incredible and wonderful. Look, I went shopping last night and I drove my car all the way there and I realized I left my wallet at home. And I was, I'd got the cart, I was in the shop, I left, and then all of a sudden I remembered that I had Apple Pay on my phone. So I went shopping anyway. I mean, how fabulous, right? Technology is amazing. So, guys, I want to thank you for staying all the way to the end. And I'd just like to mention this channel is viewer supported only. So there are ways to, of course, thanking, liking, commenting, and subscribing is wonderful. And I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. But another way to support me is through my Patreon page. And check on this link here because I post things on Patreon that I don't post anywhere else. And I release these reports written on there before. Oh, I've just started to do that actually before I record them because I always write them first anyway. So I figured that would be really nice for my patrons to get it in written form before, with a visual, obviously, before they go out into the world. So they get, and there's different tiers and they get different, there are different reward systems, but you can be a supporter for as little as $1 a month. That's $12 a year. It's not a lot for you, but I can do a whole lot with that. So that would be wonderful if you can. If you can't, don't worry. No pressure, guys. I just would like to put out. I've got so many brilliant ideas. This Aquarian energy, and I really want to do so many more creative things, but I'm kind of a bit restricted with what I have right here. But that's okay. I'll get there eventually. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate your support, your interaction, your lovely comments, your love. And I love you all. And I'll see you next week.